So you're considering buying an Aston Martin DB9 Volante, and mine in particular. That's awesome. Usually I would make a video of me driving the car and doing a lot of things with it. Unfortunately, that's not possible this time. I'm on the other side of the planet in Shanghai, China right now. And I just I went through all my photos, videos, and everything for the listing, and it turned a little bit more into just a interesting background of my family with the car. So a lot of the images do contain my family. I hope that's okay. It's turned into a fun little project for me, just remembering all the good times. And I hope you and your family have a wonderful time with the car as well. We've always been very active in car clubs and activities with that. I haven't driven it nearly enough, and it doesn't make sense with the current pandemic travel for me to keep traveling back to the United States. So as opposed to letting it sit, I'm gonna go ahead and take you through some of the. So I bought the car after looking for about 1.5 years for a particular color combination. And I flew down to Florida to go check it out, get a pre-purchase inspection done, and then negotiate the final price and drive it home. I did get pulled over about 8 hours into my trip. That was unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Got a ticket in Southern Georgia.
93.
Just trying to make time.
And I'm hoping at least a 70.
Yep, had the front end of the car wrapped to keep from stone chips on the way. Took the car out for a few times, a couple events. And then one of the good ways to really get to know your car is to do a service on it. So after a couple car shows that first summer of 2017, a couple thousand miles, I went ahead and started, learned how to change the oil on it. So I have a pit at my house, so I was able to get underneath, do the work, ordered a filter from a dealership online. My son and I did that. Then I had it cleaned and air filters put on at the same time at a buddy's shop where a DBS was being serviced. More car shows. That's KEENELAND racetrack. So the car will come with both that crystal key as well as the door key. I have 2 valet keys, one in very good shape that I bought post purchase, and then another one that is worn, very worn. So I also got it crunched after one car show. We went for pizza. A woman pulled out of her parking spot, grazed the front corner of my car, scraped it. It was sent to Atlanta. Everything was repaired at a dealership, or not a dealership, Magnum Auto Collision in Marietta, Georgia. And they are an Aston Martin authorized auto body. So the parts got shipped in from England. The bumper was repaired. The fender, headlight were replaced. And then I had to paint the hood and door to blend it all in. The front grille got replaced as well. I think it was bent a little bit on it. Wife and I then went to England. I went and did an Aston Martin factory tour to go see the new DBS get released. There's the DBS from the Bond movie. A couple photos of the assembly I wasn't supposed to get, but it's years on now, so it shouldn't matter. I visited Aston Martin dealers in Shanghai. Started to get a water leak when I was washing my car, I noticed. So took the top apart to diagnose it. Sure enough, went and had it repaired. It's all sealed at Coachcraft. a place that does upholstery repair and convertible tops in Lexington, Kentucky here. So it's been fine for years. No issues after that. My buddy kept it for me a while when I was gone in Shanghai again. Then I started getting some lumpy acceleration and misfires. I actually flew to England to make another excuse to go over there with my wife, and we bought some parts which were much less expensive and had my Indy install them. Did a couple more car shows. Then I put the car in that storage unit there. I had that stored, and whenever I would come back from China, I'd pick up the vehicle and be able to drive it. Rolled over 30,000 miles this past spring. Was that fall?
Oh man, so this is Kentucky roads. I can't take it fast right now,
And disregard the
but
LED on the dash,
you can
which is the
see
frame rate of the video.
these are the kind of roads we get to drive on here in Kentucky. And there's nobody around.
So I actually formulated some oil at our laboratory in Lexington, Kentucky, and did an oil change on my car myself.
It's a beautiful day. It's nice to have a little bit of wind in our faces.
Or a lot of wind in the case of Ainsel.
We will stay at least 6 feet away from everyone else.
It's a little chilly today, but the start of convertible weather.
Video, top down.
You got it.
Holla.
Spring of 2020. Pandemic time.
Yeah, spring is beautiful around here.
More video of the car. Just
That is not how you're supposed to use a flat tire.
like I said, I included about everything that headshots the vehicle because I'm not there.
You want to stop? You alright? Oh my god. Are you okay? You're gonna make it? All right, man.
Just on this little narrow road, driving this
Back roads of
wide ass car.
It's in that house, guys. Kevin, look at the Windstar Farm.
Hey, look at that house.
So they do a lot of horse racing.
Okay, so this is a video to show you guys. So I do have the tire pressure monitoring system disconnected right now. What happened is one of the tires popped a fault, and I had just mounted wheels, or new tires rather, on the vehicle. So the tires are quite new that are on the car, and I didn't want to have them go in and replace the parts. And it's like $2,000 if you replace the entire TPMS system. So it's synced with the wheels. So I use this
So we're gonna try to
disconnect
reset that
and
light.
talk about that a little bit here.
All right, in the Volante version, the TPMS system is based right under the passenger side in North America. The footwell, it's in the trunk in the coupes. What I did is I bought this off Red Pants thought LOL. He sells a whole bunch of Aston Martin parts, and this is going to trick the TPMS system into thinking that everything's okay. Instead of spending the $2,000 or so to get an entire new system. All right, I am under the car right now, and hopefully this is focused correctly. This is the TPMS. Here's the wire coming out of it, and it's going into here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our little jumper between it. All right, from underneath the dash, This is the new jumper wire we have right here. So I was able to connect it. I wasn't able to get it back on the original bracket, but that's okay. It's not long enough to hang down. So let's try and start it.
This is also included so you can see the startup gauges, things of that nature.
All right, it's a good sign that it has not come on yet. Let's try and move the car. Reverse, forward. Yep. Okay. So it looks like it worked. And that solution again was from Red Pants. So 2009 Aston Martin DB9 Volante with the defeat for the TPMS.
So yeah, the convertible was quite convenient for getting out the test. But you know, when I looked at the cars, I looked at it 2009 to 2012. That's what I was targeting, and I wanted to get something with the updated interior. I was also open to getting a Virage, like a 2013. I like the headlights on that one, but the price, I just couldn't justify the difference on it. So that's why I traveled all the way to Florida to get this one. I do hold it in an LLC. It's a company that I'll be able to sell to someone. I have permanent plates on the car. So once it's 10 years old in Montana, you're allowed to get permanent plates. So that's what I have on here. So you shouldn't have significant fees at any point during ownership of this vehicle. It also helps protect your asset and separate them from other assets you might own.
In 1 mile, turn right onto McClelland Circle.
The customized plate I have of rental on the back of it, and that's an indication of my rental properties that have done quite well for me. Last car washes, I gave the car myself. And here's a shot just with the
COVID
top
testing,
up,
day 2.
with the top down.
Xing TR. Here's my car that's been waiting for me since I've been gone. I have not driven in 5 months. I'm looking forward to taking that out as soon as the weather breaks.
I only spent probably 5 weeks in the States, and 2 of which were out of state, not with the car. So I only had a few weeks to drive the car, and the weather was cooler, but we used it while we could. That 3 Series you saw there is just something I would drive when the weather was not great, and I was home from China, so it didn't get used much either. I had a friend take the car down to the dam in our neighborhood to take these images for the ad. So marks. My wife had driven the car a handful of times and it had not been cleaned, so I apologize for some of the close-up shots showing dirty exhaust tips and some dirt on the door sill and things of that nature. But it is a brilliant car. I also, I still keep in touch with previous owners of multiple of my vehicles, and I want that 996 Turbo back someday, Toby. And whomever buys this, by all means, stay in contact. I'm a big Aston Martin guy, huge fan, and I'd love an opportunity if you ever do sell this to buy it back from you, provided I'm in the States or somewhere else I can get the dang thing. So, I wish you many happy memories, and definitely send me any questions you might have about the car, and I'll be happy to answer them. Just know that my time has shifted slightly, so don't expect a timely response from me. Okay, thanks.